keep meaning to do the follow-up review of the electric Sanodesk 18080. However, I've had to delay due to getting the mains installed and the data installed. So I now have Wi-Fi and mains. So without further ado, here is the follow-up for what I did with my electric Sanodesk 18080. So there it is in all its glory. As you can see, extended to standing height, and I went one step further than originally planned, and I've installed 3 monitor arms to give it that full immersive experience, but also to allow me to work on various different things all at the same time or simultaneously. On each side, on left and right, I've installed these monitor arms, which I had to cut holes in the desk itself to allow me to mount them. But these are strong, sturdy monitor arms that ensure that I can maneuver the monitors as I need. As you may be able to see around here, there is additional options for a secondary monitor. So if somebody arrives with a laptop or whichever, they can simply plug in and share on a larger screen. For the center display, I went all out and invested in a hydraulic monitor arm, which includes cable management and 2 additional USB ports, which are channeled into the Lenovo multi-port adapter. The reason for the larger arm is that it's obviously carrying the larger MSI curved monitor, and this again required some drilling in it, because if you look underneath, you can see that it has to be bolted in to carry the weight. To allow me to display to the 3 monitors, I installed a multi-port display device made by Lenovo. This was a neat workaround and cost-effective workaround for being able to display to 3 devices from a single unit. So talking of the single unit, you'll see here on the left, I've installed an under-desk laptop mount. This allows me, excuse the cabling, this allows me to use a single display out plus the DisplayPort device, which is mounted over there, not really mounted, but it's just sat there at the moment. And then powered through USB-C on the left there. So the laptop projects sound to the speakers using Bluetooth, but all of the devices are connected to the laptop through a multi-port extender or USB multi-port extender that allows me to connect the microphone, the webcam, the external speaker, the keyboard, and the trackball mouse. Now the desk, when extended to a standing working position, does still have a wobble. As you can see, that back monitor is a little bit loose, it needs to be tightened. But on the whole, if you're leaning against it and working either on the keyboard or writing on the desk itself, it doesn't present any issues as far as I've experienced so far. With respect to the cabling, as you can imagine, with all of these devices attached to it, the cabling underneath is really quite, let's say, intense. But to try and help manage that, you'll see there that the original cable management system or cable management tray is there on the right-hand side. I have mains power and then power blocks installed on that. And then I've attached 3 more cable management trays in order to allow me to manage some of that. Ideally, I should take that apart and redo it again nicely, but I wanted to get this video done, so you'll have to take me as you find me. One last point that I wanted to cover or reassure you of is that on having this amount of weight on the desk, it hasn't impacted it at all. The motor doesn't seem to strain at all in carrying the additional weight. And works seamlessly and reliably. So in summary, I hope you'll agree with me that the Sanodesk 18080 is good value for money, strong and sturdy, and very versatile for whatever your home office needs might be. Thank you for watching.